That's it.
Too late.
You lost.
Hey, we're officially live. Everybody can see us and hear us now.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? How's
Hello.
everybody doing? Yeah, chat, make sure you let us know if anybody's muted, any of the videos freeze. Just let us know. We'll try to get it fixed as soon as we can. Thanks so much, everybody that came out nice and early. I see some of you there resubscribing to Syrinscape, showing some love. Seriously, we really appreciate that. It means a lot to us here. So this is our weekly Cyberpunk Red gameplay. We do this every Thursday right here, same place, same time. I'm going to go into a little mini recap and kind of fill you in on what the team's doing and stuff before we jump into gameplay. But before we do that, let's do like we always do. Let's go around the table. Everyone introduce yourself and your character. Ellen, why don't you start it off?
I'll start it off. Thank you, Rob. I am Ellen, or if you follow me on Twitter, at EllenKGraham1, where I do hot nerd stuff. I do cosplays, I tweet about what my favorite TTRPGs are, and I'm also a performer for the wonderful Best Fiction nominated podcast, Roll to Cast. That's ROLE to Cast, which is a variety TTRPG podcast. Each season of the podcast is a different game, so there's something for everyone. We've done Cyberpunk 2020 and Red. We've done Vampire, Pulp Cthulhu, Kids on Bikes. I said Vampire, didn't I? Maybe we'll do it again. Who knows? So make sure that you subscribe to that. Please give us a rating because it really, really helps us out. And we would love to see you in the comments. As well, we have a YouTube page that's at Babybeard Media, where my dice essay, about dice and how integral they are to making a TTRPG is going to release hopefully by the end of the month. I put a lot of effort into it. It's like a 3 to 4 page video essay. There are 4 costume changes, and it is very delectable. So make sure you hop onto Babybeard Media on YouTube and subscribe now so you can be the first person to downvote it. And I'm playing Alley Katz, the rocker of your dream.
Yeah, well put.
We'll report it for content violations. That's
Yeah.
Whatever
Oh,
you want,
yeah.
something.
For sure, that one.
Rockette.
Hello, everybody. I am Rockette Fox. Like usual, like always, you can find me in all the places where Rockette Foxes can be found, but most likely on Instagram and soon to be, I promise it's actually happening, over on my Twitch channel, where I'm going to be coming back with some events coming up. But in the meantime, for the next 3 Tuesdays, you can find me at Flights of Fandom, where we are playing Mad Max The Black Highway, which is Apocalypse World. And it is super fun, and I'm loving it. And this already happened, so no spoilers, but last time we ran into an NPC that was wearing a leather jacket with one sleeve missing, and we found out at the very end his name was indeed Max. So all of my all of my dreams came true. So that was, I'm still riding that high. But as far as tonight goes, I will be, as always, playing Hades. Well, I guess I would be the Netrunner of your nightmares.
Oh yeah. Phil.
Was that me? Sorry?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was just some sort of noise, like, whoa.
Oh, Phil.
Sorry, yes. Hi, I'm Phil. I also appear with Ellen on Roll to Cast. I will therefore tell you instead about our monthly live stream, which we do at the end of every month. The last Saturday night of the month for our Americans, and the last Sunday midday of the month for any Aussies out there. And yeah, we do. It's similar to Roll to Cast. We do a different little one shot or one page RPG. I just did a little Cyberpunk Red one shot that was a lot of fun. And our patrons get to choose from a few options. So if you support what we do, do join us and support us on Patreon. All those creators out there relying on your generosity, they really appreciate any small bits you can give to them on Patreon. So I'm telling you, go out there and support independent creators. We really appreciate it. And I'm actually going to advertise a little bit of myself this time because I've been on Twitch as well. So you can find me at twitch.tv/scruff. That's SKKRUFF. Because I can spell, obviously. And I've just been popping there a few times a week, been playing some Elden Ring recently, like everybody else on Twitch right now. So come, say hi, give me a follow. But tonight, I'm playing a solo, and that solo is Bud, the creepy shadow in the corner of your room when you wake up in the middle of the night.
Nice. Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon Perkins, also known as DM_Brando. And today I'm not going to be talking about the thing I normally talk about, which is my book, Sola, Harvest of Souls, which you can read for free on royalroad.com. Well, it's a quicker plug. But I'm going to be talking about something super Syrinscape related because Syrinscape just dropped a brand new sound set, which is called Cyberpunk Trauma Team. And you might happen to recognize a good number of the voices in there, probably about 98% of them, as this guy right here. So as much as I love everything that Syrinscape does, this one hits very close to home. So I've got to do a shout out and say, check it out because it is awesome. And if one of us dies, there's a very good chance you're going to hear somebody say something along the lines of, credit check failed. Leave him to die. We're on our way. Something like that.
Free sample. Don't nobody record that.
Yeah. Well, that's not exactly it. That's a terrible facsimile of what I had done. But I am playing Rush, the fixture that has found a way to subconsciously enter your dreams and advertise to you.
Nice, well put. And I'm Rob Mulligan.
Lightspeed briefs.
And I'm the founder of Cybernation Uncensored. And we do all kinds of gameplay, live streams, tutorials, series. Check us out, Cybernation Uncensored on both Twitch and YouTube. We have an upcoming episode of the Deep Dive series where we're going to be diving into the media role. And then I've got a charity one-shot I'm working out with our Talsorian Games. That's going to be on April 1st. I assure you it's not an April Fool's joke. It's happening. And then we have lots of other gameplay coming up like Dune with... Hey, Ellen and Rockette are joining me for that, as well as an all-femme cast doing a Benny Gesserit sort of team. Should be pretty interesting. Every Friday, we do Fallout Fridays at Cybernation Uncensored. You can start at 12 noon Pacific and watch us all day. I run my team, and then Capricious Nature runs his team. Every Saturday, he runs his Cyberpunk Red Nomad team. So check out Cybernation Uncensored, Twitch and YouTube. I would really appreciate it. We also have a Discord, a Patreon, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. And here every week I play the game master of your daymares, the one that apparently makes Hades cry, as Warped was pointing out in chat. I guess he's a little upset about that. But hey, sometimes you got to be tough on your players. You know, sometimes repercussions happen, and it leads to some fun gameplay. But yeah,
applause.
I want to point out one thing that's very important to us here is that we're playing every week because of Syrinscape. So make sure you subscribe and follow to Syrinscape, both here on Twitch and on YouTube, and share the channel. Like right now, just grab that Twitch channel, post it to Facebook, Twitter, retweet us, anywhere you're on social media. Just let people know we're streaming live. The more people, the better that tune in. We would really appreciate the support and love. What's up, Dan in chat from Syrinscape? Want to give him a quick shout out. But yeah, let's get into our gameplay. This is our team that plays every week. We're on, campaign 3 or 4 by now. I'm not even sure. We're on session 7 of this campaign, Friends Like Shadows, where they've been basically following the lead of Hades' mysterious AI. It's been leading them all over the place, doing different things, gathering things like this past card. Now they're currently on an Aerozep. Apparently they're precious cargo. Some of the nomads that were flying this Aerozep mentioned that. Then at one point the whole team was hiding. Alley Cats in particular doing some contortionist move around some of the crates. And then the back's filled with crates the team easily hid. But the guy kind of checking all the straps and walk in the back before he went back into the cockpit mentioned something along the lines like, hey, y'all made it in here nice and safe and the tower didn't see you? Okay, good.
The team easily hid.
Yeah.
All except for someone.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Rush's hat poked out, which is what gave view to this guy who basically asked them that the tower didn't see them. Hey, Nox Game Dev, thanks for the follow. And yeah, he basically said, good, that's good that the tower didn't see you. The parachutes are prepped in the back. We should be over the target zone in about, 1 to 2 hours. Then he went back into the cockpit. And that's kind of where we'll start the game. Let me get some Syrinscape sounds going. The team is basically up in this Aerozep. So we've got some nice desert wind sounds. I removed the engine hum just so we don't get overpowered by a sort of humming sound that's not necessary.
It's because we've tuned it out by now. We're,
Exactly.
we're several hours into the trip.
Exactly. But yeah, you're in the back. This guy just mentioned that, goes back into the cockpit with the...
Whoa. Landing zone?
Well,
I mean, we're probably not going to stay up here forever. Come on, bud. Think about it.
Well, yeah, no, I get that, but I'd like some intel on where we're actually landing.
On the ground!
well, that's not even guaranteed. What if it's dropping
That
us
is-
somewhere in the middle of the ocean?
Well, still below where we are now.
Yeah, there's more than just the pilots, right? Can we grab those people and ask them what the hell is going on here before we?
That's what I was trying to do, but they walked off.
Okay, well, should we have a little rummage around? I mean,
Yes?
I want to know that at least we've got parachutes.
Yeah, I'm-
Hades has started rummaging. Hades is
Right.
full on rummaging. She may be already in a box now.
Yeah,
I
Starting
think
what
I'm
now?
still in a
Huh?
box. I've still got to untangle myself. That'll take several minutes.
yeah. Alley
You want
Cats
a
is
you want a hand there?
untwisting.
Allie, you okay?
What?
Can I give you a
Oh
hand?
yeah,
Can I give
maybe
you a
if you
hand?
can. Yeah, if you can grab my elbow and just.
Which part is your elbow?
Hang on, I'm trying to wiggle it now.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Here.
Remember that's how you popped your shoulder out of joint that one time?
Oh, okay. All right, I'm out now.
Okay, I'm gonna get my agent out and see if I have GPS. Can I tell where we are?
Yeah, you're traveling north. You're still over, California, but obviously you're kind of northeast of Night City. In the meantime, while you were helping Alley Cats and then getting on your agent and doing that, Hades and Rush, why don't you each give me a perception? Hades, obviously, I know you're going into the crate nearest you.
Yes. 17?
Right.
14 for me.
Okay, cool. Hades, you pop open the crate next to you, just undoing the straps, and it opens up, and you're seeing a bunch of handgun parts. It looks like hundreds and hundreds of barrels, and it looks like it's marked with an order form to supply a local Night City firearms producer. And it looks like it's like trendy 3 plastic and metal prints of these barrels.
Rush!
That's what's in the crate right next to you. And Rush, just next to you, you notice after the talking and Bud starts making noise with Alley Cats and Hades just called out to you. You notice you hear a little bit of like scurrying noises coming from inside the crate that you're hiding behind.
Something's moving in this one.
Well,
Oh, God, don't tell Hades. She'll adopt it.
I want to see!
Damn it.
let's have a
Hades
look.
is going over.
Damn it.
Hades elbow in the box. Psh, open it up.
I wish we had some packing peanuts to just like throw in the air.
Hades, the human crowbar.
You pop it open and you see basically about 5 meerkats, like a family of meerkats, and they all kind of pop up and like look at you, and they do that sort of meerkat thing where they're all standing up and looking at you. One of them hops out, starts running around the back.
Oh God.
Why are there meerkats in here?
Hades is gonna start like putting them in her jacket.
Is the Ox Bark Biotechnica by any chance?
Yeah, what's...
No, Bud, you see that there's an order form for a zoo up in San Fran. Looks like there's an order form, some type of transport.
Genuine meerkats. They must be building some kind of zoo for animals up in San Fran. What are these things anyway? I've never seen one in any history book about America.
They're the long rats.
Long rats.
I mean, I can see that just from looking.
And Hades,
next time everybody looks over, Hades has her jacket zipped up and just a bunch of meerkat heads looking out from the top where the jacket is zipped.
Can you give me animal handling?
I did put points into this.
Yay.
Just for such an occasion. This exact occasion. You know, I'm gonna
and in the meantime, Allie and Bud, you guys give me your perception.
This is gonna go well.
Oh God. I am worried.
No, it didn't go well!
It did not go well.
It's a 6! No, meerkats! My babies!
You've had no luck, getting them together. They're all kind of scurrying around and dodging you. The one in the back's running. In fact,
just
one
running
of them,
around.
One of them even nips at you and bites at you.
Oh!
Those are wild animals.
Get him off of me!
I got a 21.
Sorry, headphone users. We're very sorry.
Rip. I got a 21 for perception, if that means
And
anything.
17 for Bud.
Yeah, both of you did awesome with that. And you're basically hearing coming from the cockpit. You can hear the voice of that man and that female. Sounds like they're talking to Tower or someone official. They're listing off numbers and things that don't make sense to you, but you do hear, we're about to reach altitude. Thanks, Tower. All clear. Things like that.
Okay, looks like we're getting close now. Can we? I don't know.
Close to what? Is this
question.
maybe the AI's a reward? You were just, hey, I'm just gonna take you skydiving.
No, I'm assuming that it's a secondary location or something like that.
Yeah, no, that was me. I was making a joke. It was maybe funny.
Out of character.
Well, yeah, I am branching out,
Nice.
Whoa,
but
should we put these things back in? Whoa, crate?
No, I can't touch them anymore. They're angry.
let me see if
They're wild animals. What do you expect?
was there any food in the crate with them?
No,
Like,
it was a bunch of bedding. There was some water.
Hades, have you got?
No wonder
Can I
they're
have
angry.
a snack? Have you got any jerky or anything on you? I don't know why.
Let's see.
Some kibble? That would be great.
Well, I've got this old snack bar.
Great.
It's like
I
crumbly
realized
piece of it.
I realized I was thinking about my other Cyberpunk character, and Allie has no animal handling.
But
So
you
I
have
just
good
chuck-
rolls.
I just chuck it in the crate and hope for the best. Hope they'll go in eventually. I'm not gonna put any effort around them.
Anyway, this doesn't look like our problem anyway. This looks like a their problem now.
Well.
Here,
Unless
let me
anyone wants to try and round up these people.
I have a base of 5, so whoever's got the most int, go for it. Otherwise, I guess it's not our problem anymore.
I think we're all the same level of intelligence, perhaps.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
for maybe Hades.
Yeah, Hades, you can give it another shot now using your kibble if you want to try to at least get them back into the crate.
All right.
The couple that have
Your
jumped out.
mistake was trying to handle all 5.
Befriend them. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
You should have.
They're also
reached
social
in-
animals.
Yeah.
And
You should have reached in and find the
oh,
the
come
marble
on!
Oh, that says
You gotta be kidding me!
that was good. That says ad
But I
cop.
don't put him in the box. I want them to be my minions.
Oh. No, but you do.
Maybe
you at
that's
least
just-
yeah, you-
Ah! She grabs him and just like chucks him into the box. Ah! Yeah.
Yeah, they go for the kibble. They kind of bounce off of you into the crate, start nibbling on the kibble. You're able to close the crate. And you get that crate closed up. And just as you do that, the cockpit door opens. And you see that rainbow-haired, colored sort of nomad girl in leathers step out from the cockpit. She comes out and just, hey, what's... Oh, okay, this is a special cargo. I didn't know there was going to be this many of you. What's up? They call me Skittles.
We were definitely
Hey.
not
Yeah.
messing with your long rats.
Oh,
Question.
yeah. Please don't
what-
get into any of the cargo.
We wouldn't do that. No, that's not what we would do.
Okay.
Question. What do you know? Because all we've been told is to get to this location, and apparently we're now going to be free falling out of the sky. Is that right?
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. We're just kind of reached altitude. We got about, I don't know, maybe about an hour until we're from the drop zone. But which one of you knows?
What's with the quotes?
Because it's
what's-
more of
what's-
a jump zone, it seems, since we had to prep these parachutes. But my question is, who,
Drop, jump.
which one of you knows this AI?
Hades is gonna point to Bud.
I'm gonna point to Hades.
Does it matter?
Definitely.
We're all here because of it.
Okay. Well, I just kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit. It kind of does matter who's been working with this AI.
Yeah. She's the one that calls or messages. Yeah.
I don't want to get yelled at anymore. I've already gotten run around on by the long rats. I mean, not run around on by nobody.
Well, yeah. Don't even stress that. At least we've got them packed up. Just like I said, stay out of the crates. I'm more interested in this AI. Look, I'm just full disclosure. I've been working with this AI now the past couple years, on and off. It messages me.
Oh.
You kind of do that, and then you hear the voice from the cockpit. Yeah, me too. Like, well, yeah, it's my partner. That's Jinx. Like I said, I'm Skills. What's everybody's name, by the way?
I'm Hades.
Allie.
Everybody-
Since we're using our real names, I'm Rush.
Well, Bud's not my real name. We've been over that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she
Caught a lot of
introduces.
flack.
She shakes hands, does introductions, and then goes back to Hades. And like I said, I've been on and off working with this AI, and I got a message the other day that special cargo is gonna be on our ride on this date by 7 by launch, and that when we get over this drop zone, puts these coordinates, and she kind of holds up her agent. There's some coordinates. She's like, "You guys are supposed to jump. I was supposed to prep parachutes. We prepped a bunch of them." Then you hear the voice, "Yeah, I prepped 6 of them." And, well, we didn't know how many people were coming. We had access to 6, but there's 4 of you. But
It's always super cryptic with you guys too, huh?
oh yeah, always.
It's all
cryptic.
special ingredients, and we had to punch in we had to buy a certain product from a vendor
Yeah.
to get into a certain place. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's real spy vid stuff, man.
We've done some weird stuff too, but it's, in all honesty, it's always paid off. It's always ended
That's
well.
right.
I guess there's one time, I guess. Then you hear the voice, the other guy kind of calls on. He's like, "Yeah, it's not always well." You hear that from the other.
What about the one time? Just for the curious, not that anybody thinks anything terrible might happen.
Well, we had to escort somebody somewhere, doing another run in our Zep, and we took him to the location. It was a full land gig. We're supposed to wait for him to come back. Never came back. AI said move on, and then a day later we had to go to another location and transport some other cargo. And we took a peek. It was the guy's body that we took to the other place to do whatever job the AI first had him do. And so, like, for us,
Sounds like
we've gotten paid. It's ended well, but it sounds like for him it didn't end so well.
Sounds like user error to me.
Possibly.
Sounds like he might have been a loser.
I'm more concerned about how many teams this AI has running off to do its dirty work, and I don't know, are we all part of the same thing, or how many missions has this AI got on the go?
Yeah, it's then that the guy comes out of the cockpit behind the guy that has kind of like the long beard hair and stuff. He takes off his hat and steps out, and you just, hey, got it on autopilot. Everything's good to go. We can maybe chat a little bit. Yeah, just wanted to chime in. We got plenty of missions with this AI. We've met lots of people, and like I said, I'm Jinx. He goes around, tries to meet everybody, shakes everybody's hand.
Look at the way it moves.
That's wild. That is absolutely wild.
I love how much this has tickled you, Phil.
God, I'm easily amused. No, I'll shake his hand.
But yeah,
It's shiny.
the past
It's so shiny.
I use product. I keep it nice. I take pride in
Wow.
in
yeah.
Ever since
So
I lost what was on the
guys-
top, got to take care
Yeah.
of what I got left.
You guys nomads, right?
Yeah. Nomads. I used
This
to be a whole
is your day
family
job.
of us, but now it's just us.
Sorry to hear that.
But yeah.
So
just,
is
pretty much
this
a
your
day
main
job.
gig, flying airships?
Yeah. We used to do the whole nomad family cargo transport, and shit kind of went south for the family, and that's actually how we first met this AI. Skittles got hit up and had to do a little side gig, and then she kind of chimes in and takes back. Yeah, that's when he hit me up. We did a little side mission and came back. Family was done by a corp, but then the AI helped kind of expose what happened. I don't want to get too much into it. It's an emotional thing for us, but we kind of went independent after that. We've been doing transport. That's when we kind of hooked up with All-Star AeroZep there, and they do these independent AeroZeps.
All-Star.
Yeah, it's All-Star AeroZeps. They do these chains of AeroZeps just for independent cargo transports and stuff, and it's good for people like us that just run independent. We get clients all the time that pay us to do different transport, random stuff, and we use All-Star just to kind of get our AeroZep and do our transports.
She likes to raise her hand when yeah.
Sweetie, I'm not a teacher. You don't need to raise your hand. Just we could talk.
Assuming both of you tend to fly around a whole bunch, because that's what you do. So this place where you're dropping us off, have you been around there before? Are you familiar with it? Do you know what's down there? Is it a fort of some kind? Is it a pile of enemies or something like that?
Actually, I have no idea. It's a little bit off of the normal flight path. We got to go radio silent for like the next, 20, 30 minutes as we kind of get closer to the zone, so you can get out. Then we got to get back on path. It's like we were never there, Jinx, you got the coordinates. I don't know if you want. And then he kind of steps in. Yeah, let me just. Here you go. This is the zone, and he gives you guys the coordinates.
Hey,
Does anyone
let's-
recognize this?
Can we roll
Oh,
some?
Rush.
Yeah, do you can go do a library search with these coordinates maybe. Don't forget your +2 by using your agent. And yeah, I would say, just give me that general. It shouldn't be that difficult. Just a general.
Let's see.
Rush's got that.
And he's got 12.
Oh,
Rush got that 14.
14.
he's good.
Nice.
He's
Yeah,
got
anybody
all
over-
his engines optimized.
What did Bud get?
Oh, you want me to have a look too? Sure. Yeah.
Can it?
Well, everybody else.
How do
was.
you
I
use
imagine
this
you could
thing?
Look it up.
How do you
no.
use this thing? There's so many ads on it.
It's all Elfline's ads.
Oh my
No.
god!
How do you use this
Just-
thing, bud?
But
I just use the voice. Just use the voice activation, of course. Just
Yeah.
tell it what you want.
Rush finds out the info. Bud finds out the same sort of info, and it looks like around those coordinates, it's coming up. Something called New City in that area was going on way back in the day. It's a bit of a ghost town now, but back in like the 2020s, the roaring 2020s of Cyberpunk, this New City was kind of a project by multiple neocorps that were coming up at that time, and they all kind of corroborated to invest and build this sort of NUCITI New City, where it was going to be this sort of utopian spot. And they kind of got started. They got a lot of the framework and some of the buildings up in this city. And then that's when the Fourth Corporate War hit. All funding got pulled. It kind of went to SHIT, and everything just it was kind of abandoned. It's now known as a bit of a ghost town. But Bud and Rush, you guys find out at least that information.
Hey, yeah, look, if you plug in what you found, Rush, I got this old article on some kind of gated community they were trying to make, like turbo. For rich gonks, look. Utopia, if you can pay the property taxes, right?
Boring.
Yeah, and Bud and Rush each give me a 1d10. Rush, you get a +2 on that.
10.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, Rush, when Bud says that, it's like the reputation of this city and who is involved kind of chimes off in your head a little bit, because out of all the corps that were into this, doing this New City sort of thing that Bud talks about, Petrochem was one of the companies at that time back in the day that was involved in that and invested in it. And you have a contact at Petrochem too. Just a random side thing, but that's why you remember that. It kind of comes to you. You've heard of it.
Oh, that's strange. Okay, so Petrochem was involved. I know somebody there.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Hades, you had a chance to crack any of those special ingredient files we picked up the other day?
I mean, I can try again. Every time I've done it, it's just been pretty well
They're locked
sealed.
tight, huh? Yeah. We haven't had to use this card yet either. Maybe that'll get us somewhere in this New City place.
Yeah.
Well, if it was going to be a fancy place, I guess there's probably some doors locked by fancy cards or something.
Can I... It's not my strong suit, but can I make some sort of deduction for like a educated guess for like what sort of thing we might be looking for down there?
Yeah, I mean, you could. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you would really have any idea what you're looking for yet. You know,
Fair.
you know.
This thing likes to keep us in the dark.
Yeah, I don't even think a good deduction would. I mean, a good deduction, you would know we're gonna have to do something.
Yeah, cool. We're doing something right now.
We will get an instruction, and then we will have to follow it.
You guys
Great.
never picked up any clues about where this thing is hosted or what it wants?
No, I have no idea. We've been messaged. I know it's probably somewhere in Night City. It seems like it has some pull there, and I mean, we kind of have a little theory on some of that.
I'm all ears.
What's your theory? What's your theory?
Well,
Go for it.
I don't know. It's obviously we think it's an AI, and then the guy kind of chimes in. Yeah, let me tell you. I think it's like this AI. I think it still has access to like the old internet because it's like going around to different places. It can still like control things and systems and stuff, but in some places it can't. Some places it can. It seems to get information. I don't know, or it's like some spy pretending to be an AI, and he seems to be getting all hyper and excited about it. Calm down. He loves this stuff. I don't.
Yeah.
It's like a movie. I mean, this is crazy. You know, we're picking up some special cargo. We got to go off grid for you guys to parachute out somewhere, and like it's kind of crazy. I love this stuff though, honestly.
I mean, if you believe the vids, there could be anything in the old net, man.
Yeah, I mean, he has a point though. Like we said, it seems like this AI does have access to random places and information and things. You know.
Have you seen that show on Find Out channel? Secrets of the Old Net.
Yeah.
Did you watch that? That's got some wild. I don't even know if half of that stuff is true, man. But
Yeah, that episode
like-
where the Netrunner they had kind of go in and cross the line or whatever, and she came back all fried but still alive. It looked like makeup to me and like special effects. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
don't
know
know
one
if it's dumb enough to go in there.
I know one of the performers who worked on that. You gotta not believe everything you see.
There you go.
Oh, I mean, it's
Even brain-
entertainment, man.
Even brain dances are edited down to all hell. Like, it's just nothing.
Let us have our fun, man.
Yeah, but I will say when it comes to this AI, it doesn't seem like a lot of smoke and mirrors with the things that this thing knows and pulls off. It really does seem to make some crazy things happen that I don't think a normal person could, you know?
It got us losers into like one of the best restaurants in Night City, so
Yeah, that was so
Wow.
good.
That's crazy.
no tab.
Dressed like this?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
If only.
Yeah.
Actually, I snuck a picture of our friend Rush here. Look.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's tight, isn't it?
Send it to me.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I will.
I mean, nobody needs to see that.
That looks like that would make your nipples raw. I'm just saying, that looks tight and
You have no
rubbery.
idea.
Not if you wear the correct powder for underneath. But you know what? I'm tired of having this conversation. When
Maybe
we
if
are
you
getting
told me
to
where
the
put the powder. I'm just saying, you know.
I thought it was obvious, and you know what? That's my bad. Are you coming with us, or are you just dropping us out, literally?
No, sweetie, we were told get the parachutes together, a bunch of parachutes, off grid, off to these coordinates, so it's untraceable, and then just pop the hatch so we can drop off the special cargo in the drop zone. You know, I think you guys are gonna have to jump. And right then, her agent goes off, and she looks at her agent, and goes, "Ooh." In fact, just got a message here. It says it's time for the special cargo to depart. And then Hades, your agent, goes ding and goes off. And you have a
Great.
message from the AI, Hades. It says, put on the parachutes and exit the Aerozep. Find the hospital, then rescue and escort this man to Night City. He will show you the way. And then this image pops up. Here, I'll pull it up on Roll20 so we can get a little visual on this. Shout out to my artist buddy, Crosswire. This is actually an image from a character from my upcoming campaign that I'm working on with Mr. Stids, if you're familiar. We're doing an adventure for Cyberpunk Red, trying to work with Artal Saurian to make it an official release. If not, it'll be independent. But this is one of the awesome characters and artwork that he did. But this is what pops up on your agent.
We're still on the map page.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me bring you over there.
Ooh.
There you go. You should be able to see it.
Ooh.
It should be there
Yeah.
on stream too. Okay, good. It's on stream.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, and shout out to Crosswire, like I said, awesome artist. And he does a live stream with us too. You can check it out on the Cybernation Uncensored YouTube. We have the video archived there. I think he's streaming this next Wednesday. He'll be streaming live with us again every the middle Wednesday of every month, I believe it is. But that image pops up, and yeah, that message: put on the parachutes and exit the Aerozep. Find the hospital, then rescue and escort this man to Night City. He will show you the way.
Hayes is just gonna put like ... and just send that.
Yeah, I think it's go time.
Here it is.
I'm strapping on. Make sure you lock him in the middle, I guess. Never done this before.
Lock them wherever there's a lock.
Yeah, the Jinx kind of goes over and he's locking everybody in. He's kind of strapping. Like, I haven't done this before, but I mean, when I had to pick these up, I checked it out. At our altitude, you're just gonna have to jump, count like 5 to 8 seconds, and don't. If you count 10 seconds, it's too late. Just like 5 to 8. Any if you go sooner than 5, you might drift off too far. So 5 to 8 seconds. Pull that right there. Control it like this. You'll see. Kind of steer it. Try to land together. Don't trail off too crazy. good luck. I'm gonna film this just for my personal. This is gonna be crazy, but from behind, I won't show anybody's faces. This is just crazy to me.
All right,
Right.
pop the doors. Let's do it.
Is the door open?
No, not yet. You guys are all getting strapped on.
Jinx, do not monetize my death. I will be pissed off and haunt you.
It's true, she will.
I won't let him. We don't want to be attached to this anyways. This will just be up for him to watch later. He gets excited over this stuff.
Well then, here's my card, and I'm gonna slip him my card. If you get excited watching that kind of stuff.
And he takes. He's like, "Oh, okay. I didn't even realize you're a performer. I'll look you up. This is cool."
All right.
Skittles
Who's
goes.
going first?
Yeah, Skittles goes to the back and pops the back, and it just kind of drops open that sort of garage door, and opens. That lifts up, opening up to the back. It's remembering it's nighttime, and you're kind of like looking down over what resembles kind of a ghost town. You know, you can kind of see the outline of city stuff. Everybody, give me a perception though. And
14 for Hades.
Fingers.
you also have a couple of +2s here rewarded from chat. if you
Yes,
wanna
we
do
have
reminder.
2.
You might
Thank
need
you.
them.
A 24. Fingers and toes crossed, please.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just an 11.
Yeah, Allie and Hades aren't seeing too much. Maybe you all are a little bit nervous or something leading up to this jump. You're kind of talking to each other, checking your parachutes. But Bud and Rush up kind of to the front looking out. Like I said, you can kind of see the outline of this city, you know, in the darkness and things. But towards kind of the south side of the city where you're approaching, and keep in mind all around like the east side of this, you can see some mountains and stuff. You can see some desert. Off in the far distance, you see lights of other city. You can tell this is kind of in the middle of nowhere. But in the south side of the city, Bud and Rush, you notice, some lights on, and it looks like a fenced-in area. I mean, you're pretty high up to tell, but it looks like some type of like a big empty lot with some lights. It looks like some stacked materials and paneling and stuff with some like giraffe construction bots and vehicles lined up on one side. You can see some like makeshift trailers and stuff, but you don't see any like activity or anything. You can just see that sort of setup. With the lights on, but it's not like you see movement or anything like that. That's what you see when it opens.
So I think Hades is over by Allie, and probably Bud and Rush are kind of standing by the edge looking down, and Hades would be like,
Allie, you know how I usually like to go swimming?
Yeah?
and she's just gonna take off and just like run.
Oh no! Alright, then I've got to go after her. Well, looks
All
like
right.
we're going!
Whee!
Rush, give me a resist torture and drugs for me a moment. Hades dives out. Allie says that and dives out after. You see Bud getting ready. What is it?
Amazing.
19,
diving?
actually.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Bud,
Hey!
or Rush, yeah, as it's going, you feel your stomach turning a little. Everyone remembering Rush doesn't do well with heights, motion sickness, things like that kind of bother. But you have your composure. You got control over it. It's not too much for you. But Bud, you notice he's getting a little white.
You just gotta rip it off, man. And then I'm just gonna, Bud's just gonna like just step off, basically. Just no kind of like throw. He's just gonna step off.
Nice.
Oh, for the
Yeah,
You just
oh,
fall out.
yeah.
See you later.
kingdom come. Thy will be done as long as it means I live. And eyes closed, I'll just kind of like lean forward until I fall.
Yeah, as you fall, one of the last things you see kind of in the back of that open garage part is like this dude, he's like filming with his agent. He's like, oh, wow, you guys are crazy. You're just kind of filming. But yeah, you
One
make,
Mississippi.
One
Two
steamboat.
I imagine everybody counts. It's between that 5 and 8 second mark that everybody pulls. What I'd like to do, there's two things. I'm going to give you a little heads up because I do know we have some +2s. And not to give you too much, anticipation of what's to come, but just in this sort of action, I'm going to want operate air vehicle. It doesn't matter if you have a 0 in it, which I know a lot of you probably do. This is going to be for me to see who gets the lowest score for something I have a surprise for. Then
Okay.
I want everyone to do. Then I want everyone to do an athletics check for the landing, and the landing is going to kind of determine a couple things here. If you don't make the DV13, just to at least tumble and roll like basic athletics, you're going to suffer 5 HP damage direct to HP. And the person that gets the lowest athletics is going to suffer a critical injury. Not a severed limb, but one of the others. So if you roll one of those, we'll re-roll. So just keeping that in mind where you want to spend these +2s. That's the process of events. Right. I'll give you a moment.
And the air tech is a surprise, so we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Not air tech, pilot. Sorry, pilot air vehicle.
Pilot.
It's controlling the, you know.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Sorry.
There's 3 +2s that we've got to divvy out.
There are.
I'll give you a
have
moment.
8 reflex though.
Is it a reflex skill? It's it is.
Pilot
Reflex.
vehicles reflex, yeah.
Yeah, I also have 8.
Any other
have
+2s from chat? Maybe someone will be nice and make sure all 4 players can have a +2 to work with.
Have one.
Don't forget luck. You
Should
have some luck too.
Should we literally like rock paper scissors it?
For the last one.
I think
You guys will
I
take
think
it.
rolling
You guys
for
will
it.
take it.
Oh.
You sure, bud?
Yeah,
Sure.
you go. You do it. It's fine.
Okay, alright.
Okay.
Are you doing it on the
Alright.
pilot air, or are you going to do it on the athletics?
Yeah, who wants
I'm-
maybe save your one for athletics if you have a low.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
Oh!
The process of this.
Oh!
There's another
Oh!
+2 from
Just got
PW
one.
Bind.
Hey, another +2. Thank
I know
you.
it's,
Thank you.
Hey.
PWB in Delaware or whatever. I always like saying PW Bind. It's just an old mistake I made that I'm
Nice.
sticking to. I'm sticking to my guns.
I'm gonna use it for my. I've got good athletics, so I'm gonna use it for my piloting.
I have better athletics than piloting, so...
There's another +2.
Yeah, I'm gonna use mine for piloting, and I'm gonna use mine for
Thank
piloting.
you.
Okay, keep this
We
in
have
mind too.
another one.
Everyone put those modifiers in there, but also check off that never done this before modifier on the pilot thing, not the athletics, but the pilot air vehicle aspect of this parachute, because these parachutes are they're no joke, and it's not even some regular parachute. When you pull it, it pops out, and it's one of those sleek black kind of mini rectangular ones that goes
Ooh.
fairly fast that you have to be athletic to
Oh,
land.
no.
Very sleek, militant style, so you can be stealthy.
Oh,
I'm also adding two of my 5 luck points as well. So
I'm adding.
Okay.
I'm adding some luck in there as well.
so +4. I've got 2 from chat. I've got 2 from luck, and then -1 from never done it before. I got a +3 total on my base.
And warped.
Hey, I'm going for it, guys. I'm going
Hold
for
on.
it. I'm rolling.
Shots are so fired by Warp though. I gotta mention chat because that shit's too funny. Warp saying, and 1 for Rush since he's the cute one. Bud, not Rush.
Oh, ouch.
That was funny.
okay.
Yes, some heated moments in chat.
Ali knows how to
that's-
perform.
Wow.
She's
15.
she's got mastery over her body, and her body is one with the parachute.
Cool. Who got the out of you 4? Who got the lowest pilot air vehicle?
Me.
Rush.
I won.
No.
Hey, that makes sense though.
Oh,
Him being the last one to jump. You know. He's
Yeah.
having the hardest time. He's the most nervous with it. And as you 3 are kind of making your way down into the darkness, you're kind of coming down on like the south side of this ghost town city. You know, off to the east a bit is where you saw that kind of construction area or something going on there. But you're landing kind of in the center south of this city. And as you're going down, you notice Rush up above you, kind of like, you know, panicking a little bit, almost throwing up. He's kind of like, you know, messing with the parachute a little bit. He's kind of zigzagging where you 3 are kind of as a unit going down together. He's drifting off. He is drifting off, and as you all land, you guys all land kind of in the center street of this ghost town, and you see Rush land on the rooftop of this big building. It looks like it could be an old office building that they were putting up, or a living sort of mega complex or something. But it's like the framework to this, and he lands on the roof of that. But everybody give me that athletics check for the landing.
And this is still never done before?
No, this has been done. Yeah, you guys are athletic.
We've landed.
We've landed
on
before.
stuff.
You guys are athletic. You've jumped around and tumbled
I am
and such.
just making sure. Just making sure. I'm gonna use some. Just because.
Oh my god, everyone's scraping
Nice.
those DVs, man. 14.
Oh my god. Well, it's
Oh,
me.
no.
Oh no!
Hades it has snapped in half.
Yeah. So anybody that got
She-
under DV13 take 5 points of damage direct to your HP.
No.
That's
I am broken in some way or
Hades.
another.
And then who got the lowest?
Just Hades.
Who got the lowest score?
What did you get, Hades? Tell us. What did you get?
I believe that's a 3.
Well, that's really low. Okay.
I got a critical failure, I believe would be what that is called.
Okay. Well, then it makes
Oh,
sense.
Minus
no.
9.
Yeah, give me that 2d6. Roll 2d6 and let's see what critical injury Hades gets as you all land. And then once we figure this out, I'll explain it all, and then I'll let you guys kind of role play it all out.
Right.
Show me something.
Obviously, rush separated
Not super bad.
as you know, it's really
9.
good for a game master to separate the team.
9.
I read
9.
that somewhere once.
9.
9. That would be
GM
torn muscle. Okay, perfect. Torn muscle. That makes sense. You have a -2 to all your melee attacks. A quick fix to that is first aid or paramedic DV13, and quick fix removes the injury effect permanently, so you don't even need work after that. So that's actually not that bad, but you do pull a muscle. But this is what goes off. You guys all
That
jump.
seems likely.
Yeah, you all jump out. You have at least enough control to kind of land collectively in this ghost town together, at least in the main street area, whereas Rush kind of falls on the top. And I'll let you role play that out as I bring up the imagery on roll 20 as you all land.
My shoulder!
Hades.
And
Oh my God,
detach.
okay?
Roll.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Hades,
Ow!
Hades.
What the?
Oh.
Oh no! Oh, he's gone!
Oh.
Oh, he's
Hades-
gone!
He'll be fine.
Oh, my shoulder!
Where-
Oh, when I pulled the thingy, my arm went in the other direction than it was supposed to, and I just feel a thing happening.
Ooh, that is
okay.
doesn't look nice. Hang.
Ah!
Can
Do you-
I? Question for the GM. Can I roll first aid for myself, or does it have to be another first aid done to me?
No, you can do first aid on yourself. Sure. It'll be your action.
You'd probably be the rest because you have the best tech skill, right?
Yeah.
I do have some
Yeah.
first aid, so.
Yeah. Hades, I don't know what to do. Just tell me what to do. I can do it. I can.
Absolutely gonna pop her arm back in, isn't she?
Let's
It's
let's
torn,
find
though.
out.
It's not dislocated. It's just
Nice.
torn.
18.
Yep, that's success.
All right, here.
She's pulling out of her. Everything's in her coat right now for some reason. Just
Yeah.
like,
Here, take this and wrap it around there. Just wrap it around and,
Okay,
and put
okay.
squirt some of the
Oh,
goo
you do
on
it. You do it.
Squirt some of the goo.
Okay. I'm doing
More,
it. I'm scared.
more. Okay, now wrap
Yeah.
it up. Wrap it up. Wrap.
Now
Yeah.
pull this back. Pull it back.
Oh,
I don't wanna
Oh, yeah, it's good.
I'm
That's
so
good.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
God
yeah,
damn it.
I think we did it. We're good.
And Rush, you come down in that sort of panic I described before, but hey, you don't take any injury, you don't hurt yourself, you have a nice at least landing. You tumble out on the rooftop of this building, and it's like I described, kind of like bare bones, like as this whole city is, like it kind of was left in the middle of construction, and since then scavenged and war-torn and such. But you land on this rooftop, you're up like 40 to 50 stories up. This rooftop, other than just dirt and corrosion, it has like old industrial AC units that are all up there. You can see a sort of emergency door that gives access to the building to the roof off to the side, but you land.
Okay, so I'll detach the parachute so the wind doesn't catch it and pull me off the building. And I'll just, knowing I'm up very high, I'll be on hands and knees, kind of crawling around, staying away from the edges, but working my way towards that door to try and get inside the building.
Hey, Rush, you all right?
Yeah. I'm still pretty high. On top of a building.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, yeah, probably not a good thing to do before jumping out of plane. But yeah,
Or maybe if it makes you feel more calm.
that's true. Can you get down from there? There's no locked door or anything.
I don't have any cactus needles with me.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
We-
there's a doorway up here. I'm gonna try to go inside and hope for the best.
Just keep us posted, all right? You can call us, and we gotta get you up
Guys,
there.
Yeah, give me
Guys-
Alley Cats, Hades, Bud. Give me perception. Rush, give me stealth.
17.
16.
13.
What was it, Alley?
13. I'm
And Rush?
unobservant today.
And an 18 for my stealth.
Nice. Yeah, you start, you get that door open. It wasn't locked. It was a little bit corroded just from the weather, but you get it open and you can see, a stair kind of going down level per level, just going all the way down, it looks like. Alley, not noticing that much other than at street level. It's as I described, a lot of framework to buildings. You can tell this was never really inhabited with people, but it was set up to about to be, but never was successful. And since then, ransacked by scavers, Raff and Skiv, maybe weather, some war that happened during Fourth Corporate War. You can even see some craters in some of the buildings. And it's as that image, as you can see in Roll 20 a bit. That'll give a little bit of vibe to what you're seeing there. But Hades and Bud, especially, I think it was Bud got the...
One more than Hades.
Oh, okay.
17.
17,
Oh, it was
yeah.
Rush got the 18. Yeah, that was a stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
Bud,
stealth, yeah.
Bud and Hades both notice. I'm looking around exactly like I described with Allie. But it's, it makes sense. Bud talking to Rush in the building, looking up at that building where Rush landed. You can see somewhere about halfway up. There's some lights on, super faint. Probably not noticeable by Allie. Anybody with not good perception skills, but you and Hades can see the slight flicker of a light up in that building.
Hey, heads up. Yeah, there's lights on in that building.
What?
All right, noted.
Halfway up. Do you want us to come up meet you? Scout it out.
I don't know. I think what we need is probably closer to you than to me. I don't want to take you off course.
Can we see where the
All right.
hospital is?
You don't see a hospital in this area or anything
Okay.
like that.
Bin in Delaware. Bind. I have targeting scope and Rush has teleoptics. We don't have IR or anything like that, so it's probably on the wish list.
But you have your binoculars at least. And part of that perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see. It looks like it's some type of LED or digital lighting that's set in there, and it looks like maybe a couple of the rooms on that level, and the flicker appears to be some movement coming in between you and that light source. You know what I mean?
Something moving around. It's LED. Maybe it's a automated bot or something.
Could also be a ghost.
Not
Well,
helpful.
I'm just saying.
I'm good
It's
to
good
see
to be
in the dark.
prepared.
I'm good to see in the dark, so I'll just stay dark as I move. I'm quiet.
Okay. I'll be down the
Stay safe.
bottom. If you run into trouble, I'll rush in, okay?
All right.
And
You
it's
guys,
right there.
roll up those parachutes.
Okay.
No, go ahead. Finish that thought, because we'll take the 5-minute bio break, but I want you guys to wrap that scene at least. Yeah.
Roll up those parachutes, get them off the street so no one can easily see where we are. Once we grouped up, we'll start looking for that hospital, okay?
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, you gather that
Hades,
up.
careful with your shoulder.
That's a good point. And yeah, we'll take our 5-minute bio break. We'll let the team gather up their things, get into that bottom level of the building, waiting for Rush to stealthily make his way down past these lights and things. We'll see what's up. Don't anybody go anywhere in chat. Just a quick 5-minute break. And I'm going to leave the mics hot, as we always do, so you can hear the team discuss plans and ideas, and chat can contribute to that. All right, thanks so much. We'll be right back.
I think there's only been
take-
one time that we've actually talked about the plan and not just like stupid crap on our minds.
Exactly. That's
How we
what
roll.
we're good at.
And I think it was like over whether we should murder that woman. I'm fairly sure that's what we used the bio break for. Every other time it's been like, so what's your dream? What did you dream about?
Right. We were talking about how to kill and make it look like an accident.
Yeah.
We play to our
Thankfully,
strength. That's what we do.
I've watched a lot of true crime. So I know how it works. When when my husband is murdered, you'll all know it was me. But you won't be able to prove it. That's the important point.
Mwahahaha. Let this be a warning to you.
Yeah, I mean, if we have anyone in chat who is 99.9 years old, no children, or estranged children, and has a large inheritance, let me know. Not for any other reason. Just,
Right. So, yeah, it's just an oddly specific request.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
nothing to worry
fine.
about. Nothing to worry about.
Come on. Actually, you're the one being ageist.
Yeah. I mean, that defines me to a T. Right there.
Yeah, I always say
Old
about
people.
you Brandon, that you're so
and young
ageist.
people. Teenagers.
Yeah. Such an anti-tolerant person you are.
Octogenarians. I'm just shaking my fist in rage.
Oh my god.
I'm okay with
septuagenarians.
septuagenarians are cool, but octogenarians, oh, I tell you.
Yeah. Get rid
Once
of
you
them.
hit 80,
That's it.
it's over. I'm kidding.
You're not special. Not until you get that letter from the Queen. Otherwise, I don't want to hear about it.
Right. It's all about that letter from the Queen.
All right, I better go to the bathroom and pop a barocca,
All right.
as it were. Get that vitamin C.
Vitamin C. You know, it's funny. We were talking about cyberware on the eyes, and I realized most of my cyberware is on my eyes. Low light infrared UV, micro optics on one eye, and the teleoptics in the other.
Oh, I didn't realize you had the low lights and everything.
Oh yeah,
UVs and stuff. That's awesome.
I had that from the beginning because my original story for Rush as a fixer early on is he became a fixer by sneaking through, like old shipyards and stuff like that, and stealing things that way. So that's why he's got a high stealth score and whatnot.
Is this Rush?
Yeah.
Nice.
I remember coming up.
I didn't realize he had
before
low
we
light.
got through.
Yeah, I think it's only come up like once before, talking about the low light infrared stuff. But
Yeah.
I've had that since episode 1. Just
that's
doesn't
cool.
need it.
Just hoping it will come up. We've all got those skills, I think, of like, I wonder if this is ever going to be relevant.
Right. That gear. It's like, I've got a burner phone and I've never used it.
Yeah.
I got food sticks and I've never used them either.
I think I've only been able to use the cat o' nine tails. Like once maybe, which is my other melee weapon, which is like a very silly whip.
Right.
I've used my fully powered up sword on a fence.
Excellent.
Yes, it was effective.
Rockette, do you want to see something? Hang on.
It's too shiny. It's too shiny. There we go.
Ooh. I love it.
I want to do the whole gang at some point, but yeah.
I love it so.
Yeah. I was like, you should be holding something in your hand, and I'm like, probably a muffin, but that's really hard to like visualize someone grabbing a muffin.
Towering behind her, you should do. Towering behind her, you should do her net persona.
Yeah, the actual Hades.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a gigantic robotic bear.
Yeah.
Or that, yeah.
We don't talk about the bear.
The kaiju bear.
Kaiju bear.
Oh my god. Have you seen the Suicide Squad with Starro?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
I haven't seen the new one, no.
Maker too.
It's really good. It's really
I'm
good.
sorry, do you mean the only one?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. The good one.
Yeah, no, it's really freaking good. I don't know
is.
if you're a big James Gunn fan, but like...
I like his stuff, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like, it feels like the most, especially because, you know, him not being in Marvel for a while and like DC being like, oh, please come to us. And I feel like
make us something good, please.
Yeah, I feel like he was just like, okay, but can I do whatever the hell I want? And they're like, fine.
Yeah,
and that's what he did. He did whatever the hell it's such a crazy,
so good,
funny film, and it's just got such a wacky sensibility, and it's
amazing.
Really,
he delivered.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And then I even watched the Peacemaker series.
Yes.
Because I
just finished that yesterday.
It's so good. I keep trying to learn the intro dance.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. There are many steps to that dance.
Okay.
It's so good, and they're all deadpan. Apparently, John Cena came up with the idea of like an intro dance because he didn't want anyone to skip the intro, and I don't. Every single episode, I'm like, especially because I'm trying to do it along with their show.
I wonder how many people do that too, though. I wonder how many people are like learning this dance.
Oh yeah, there are videos online, tutorials.
Amazing.
Wolf has a comment. Cat ears as an exotic mod. You had a character. Was that the Kitty Cat, the owner of the,
yes, Kitty Kicks,
Kitty
and
Kicks.
her club is. Their club is called Sex Ed. Or they might be. I can't remember what their pronouns are. I believe they're just gender fluid rather than being.
Yeah, I feel
trans
like there
character.
was, he used, but it's probably like all pronouns are acceptable.
Yeah, it's one of those like just I'm Kitty. Just call me Kitty. And you've got a southern drawl and cat ears grafted onto his head.
Yeah,
he runs.
He was a fun character
called Sex Ed out of an old elementary school.
That's such a cool creation.
Thank you.
I'd be keen to see more stuff in there.
Yeah, in Sex Ed, it was a good arena as well to fight on the in the cabaret as well.
Oh yeah.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You know it.
I am.
I like how I give
Rob
her
has to wait.
Mm-hmm.
I like how I give her a chance to swallow the food in her mouth. She's like, puts more in. Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Try me.
I have to wait. Rob has to wait until you've got the largest mouthful of food in your mouth, and then he'll go live.
Exactly. It's my thing now.
Bring it.
That's my thing. Added gameplay, like in-game play, waking up naked, zip tied in a bathtub.
Yeah.
Very similar. Different. Same type of thing, though.
God, he loves it. He loves it.
Okay.
Dude, Hades doesn't always have a mouthful of food. I just don't know.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, it's as I described. The team landed out in the street of this ghost town, this new city. As they gathered up the parachutes, as Bud suggested, let's be incognito here and get in the bottom of this building in case they need to run up to help Rush. As Rush stealthily makes his way through this door, and is faced with this sort of stairwell leading down. And now he's going to make his way down. Bud and them noticed some lights somewhere about halfway down the building on one of the levels. So yeah, Rush, you're making your way down while everyone's bottom floor waiting for you. Give me a stealth as you're making your way down. And also, do you have night vision or low light or thermal, or what do you have?
Yeah, I've got the. Sorry, it's loading real slow for me right now. I've got the low light infrared UV in both eyes. Ignores penalties due to darkness, smoke, and fog, etc.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, give me your stealth and then give me perception too.
Ooh. Okay. That's a 23 for stealth.
Nice.
Perception is a 19.
Hot dice.
Yeah.
That was a critical success.
Cover him in chilies. I don't know. Sorry.
Does it work? You're the one that did the documentary.
Oh, okay. Was that a critical success?
Yes.
Crit success on the stealth, yeah.
Was,
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Okay. Yeah, I have a hard time telling now how it's working. I put on that awesome Roll20 dark mode. It's nice and dark and stuff, but then I'm having a hard time kind of seeing those glows on the rolls and certain things. I have to hover and like look at it, but yeah, that's awesome. You're making your way down and you're being stealthy. You can see a couple floors down after you already make yourself, make your way a few floors down. You can see a handful more floors down. You can see right by the door going to that floor. There's a guy in the doorway. The doorway's kind of open. It's dark, but you can see it because of your low light. And he's standing in the doorway. Looks like he's holding some type of rifle. He's wearing, leathers and scrap clothing, has like a jacket over that, tied. He has some type of bundle on the side here. It's hard to tell, but kind of nomad-like, but scaver. You can tell these are, definitely has that scaver vibe to them. Just kind of scavengers out there survivalists, But he's in that doorway, and he's like looking up, trying to see, looking down the stairwell, and he's just kind of like looking out. Doesn't see you. Doesn't seem to have a low light or thermal or anything.
Yeah, but he's got a good view of this stairwell to the point where it's basically impossible to sneak by without trying to create a distraction, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well,
he doesn't see you approaching, but you're right. If you were to walk right past him, obviously he would see you. Yeah.
Yeah. It can be like, oh, hey, Ted. Yeah, I'm just on my way. See ya.
Just passing through.
But just passing through. Yeah, just getting some fresh air, some exercise. Man, okay, what do I do? I know what I do. I'm going to... Are there any, little, stones or pieces of concrete that have kind of eroded off of the stairs, things like that?
No erosion or things like that, but give me a 1d10. Let me know if it's under your luck stat. Let's do it just to see if you're lucky enough to find some building materials or something that's in this stairwell since this city wasn't finished.
Okay, that's 5. That's under my luck.
Awesome. Yeah, you find at least some building materials, some welding bolts and things.
All right, so I'm going to grab a bolt, and I'm going to hold it over the side of the stairwell and drop it so that it'll make a noise on a lower level. Kind of move him away from that door, if possible.
Okay.
That's my plan.
Yeah, give me your athletics.
15.
Nice. Yeah, that's actually just at what you need to be at in order to hit the floor that you want to hit. We'll say goes down.
Nice.
How many floors below him?
I want it to be 5 floors.
Okay. So we'll say
hopefully enough to... Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you drop it, hits 5 floors below, exactly kind of what you're aiming for. And it ching, ching, ching kind of hits the railing and then off to the kind of synthetic metal flooring and stuff that makes the steps and it kind of ricochets and echoes in this stairwell. And you see him kind of like grip his rifle and kind of like tense up, and he starts like looking down, and he steps out, and then he leans back. Give me a perception.
Sure.
If you have any type of like audible bonuses, I don't think you have cyber hearing or
No, I don't.
okay, audio.
Nothing
suite.
like that.
Okay,
But that's
15.
a 15 in perception.
Yeah, 15 is good enough. You see him kind of like go back in, and he kind of whispers into the floor of the doorway that he's in, and he's just like, "Someone's out here! Someone's out here!" Bud, Allie, and Hades, you guys are down in the bottom floor. You guys went into the building on the bottom floor. Is that what you did?
Bud did for sure. Yeah.
I think if Bud did after hiding the parachute, they'd probably stick together.
Yeah, it's
I
off
would
the street
assume
as
so.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you go in. You're at the bottom level. You kind of hear that noise kind of echoing down that stairwell. And yeah, that's what you hear.
You good?
Rush, did you fall down the stairs?
Just trying to create a distraction.
Okay, you holler if you need someone to come up guns blazing. All right.
You'll be the first to know.
You got eyes on bogeys up there?
Just one, but he spoke to others.
Or are we talking corpo, nomad, scavs?
Scabs.
Okay. Be careful.
I'll do my best to keep my parts.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
And back over to Rush. You look down. That guy kind of whispers that in the floor, and then you see another guy kind of join him. Now there's two guys, and they step out in the stairwell, and they're like looking down. I heard something down there. I don't know. It's not. And the other guys, that sounds like maybe something came loose or something. That was a weird noise. It didn't sound like steps or anything. I don't know. And they're kind of like talking about the sound that he heard.
Okay, and there's more than one bolt here?
Yeah. There's a bunch of building supplies there.
Nothing big enough I can drop on their heads, though, right?
You could. Yeah. There's like sheet metal, bolts and stuff.
Huh.
time to go home alone on these asses.
Yeah, I feel like, what would Hades do?
Dangerous
I'm
question.
Channel it.
I'm gonna grab the biggest thing that's there, the biggest, heaviest thing, and I'm going to try to drop it so it lands on their heads and hopefully does some serious damage or knocks them down the stairwell.
Okay. Yeah, give me. You're able to pick up, big piece of paneling. We'll say like big metal hard paneling, things that go in at the layer of the steps and stuff. So it's a nice big rectangle. It's heavy, solid printed synth steel, we'll call it. But you get that up. Yeah, give me your athletics again. This is, like
Okay.
throwing a grenade or throwing an item.
I'm dropping half my luck into this. 21.
Nice. Yeah, you hit. You throw it down. And that's so high. We'll say it hits both of them, since they're both right together, and this is kind of a rather large piece of paneling. Give me 4d6.
I can do that. That's a 16 in total.
Come on, Rush.
Nice. Yeah, it lands down. All right, 1/6 in there. And it hits. It cracks him in the head as they're looking down. He hits one guy in the back of the head. He kind of like stumbles back. It's like, oh God! The other guy freaks out and like looks up, and they both just kind of raise their rifles up and are pointing it and grabbing their head and backing up. One goes back into the level, that floor of the doorway that there was, and the other guy's kind of still in the doorway, and he's holding his head. He's got his rifle, and he's looking up. He's like, "What the hell? Who's up there?" And he's yelling.
And the way
I'm gonna
he's
start
looking up, there's
Charging
still
up
no,
the stairs if I hit that. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we hear that from where
Yeah,
we are?
you guys hear you hear some like big loud commotion noise, like a cack, like something dropping and hitting, and then it hits the floor
Yeah.
and railing. You hear some guys yelling and stuff. You hear that?
Yeah, I feel like that would probably be our cue to start heading in that
All
direction.
right, let's go. Do we have any sort of plan? No.
Shoot?
You guys are in no
Great.
initiative, so
Plan.
Hades, Bud, Allie, any one of you three can talk to each other. You heard that noise, that commotion.
We start running up the stairs
Yeah,
immediately.
yeah.
We have a little panted conversation of like, any plan? Shoot. I'm like, I like that plan.
That's
Yeah,
a nice
you guys-
plan. I like that.
Yeah, you guys use the run move. Everybody's getting double their move stat, floor after floor, making your way up as you hear that commotion. Back over to Rush. Yeah, you see the one guy going into the floor. The one guy, who's up there? What the hell? God. Holding his rifle, looking up. Still doesn't see you, though.
Okay, so one of the guys stepped back, the other guy's looking up. So I'm going to sneak down, and my hope is to be able to sneak up on this guy that's looking up, so I can quickly cover his mouth and Wolvers right in the stomach.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, give me a stealth. Let's see if you're stealthy enough to get that. Oh, I'm going to tell you right now, just because
20.
it's always nice to announce when you have a crit success or a crit fail, and I just had a crit fail. So you're lucky there, Rush.
Okay.
You
All
like,
right.
Did you
So
like the way I
had to-
worded that? A little bit of tension in the beginning of that sentence.
I was prepared to fail.
Yeah, you
So that was
stealthily
a
get
20.
right down. He doesn't even notice you. He's like looking up as you kind of creep down, just into perfect in his panic, and you're right up on him. You get the jump on him.
Okay. Do I just make an attack with my Wolvers then?
Yeah.
Okay, so one hand over his mouth and the other Wolvers right under the rib cage, and hopefully into some
Nice.
vitals.
Nice.
It's a rate of fire of 2, so I'll attack twice. Just
Yeah, give me your brawling and then and one attack, because you're gonna have to use one for a grapple over his mouth, one for the Wolvers, you know. So give me a
Nice.
brawling, which is contested here,
fair enough. Okay,
and then I'll take your Wolvers.
my brawling is not great. That's an 11 on brawling, 12 on the Wolvers.
Yeah, you still beat him. You know, you get your hand over his mouth. He kind of like looks, his eyes go wide as he realizes someone is right there up on him and now grabbing his mouth. He kind of screams into the palm of your hand as your Wolvers just tear into his body. He does have some leather. It looks like some leathers on. But what was the damage?
10.
Yeah, he coughs up a bunch of blood into your hand as it kind of runs down your arm. You can tell that this guy is he's barely hanging on. What's Alley Cat's Bud Hades? You hear more commotion. You hear the sound of a shook. Some Wolvers coming out. You recognize that it's Rush's Wolvers. You hear the guy
Great.
kind of grunt out as some combat's happening. Maybe we'll say like one floor above,
That seems good.
just to streamline it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let's still
Back
not
him
leave
up.
him in the lurch. Still
Yeah.
running.
Yeah, you guys make your
Yeah,
way
as
out.
soon as we get
Do you guys have night vision or anything like that? Can't remember.
No.
no.
Okay, well, you'll get a negative 2 penalty on this because it is very dark. But you make your way up at least to that sort of landing of the floor of the stairs in that sort of area, where you can see the next stairs that just go right up to that level. You see Rush there holding a guy up against the door frame with Wolvers digging in. A guy just kind of spewing out blood, his eyes real wide. Doesn't see you all approaching as you get up there, but you do have an action here if you want to take it. It's up to you. Or you can run right up next to
Yep.
Rush if you want to use that.
Yeah. I think he's got this.
I think I'll run right up next to Rush as well.
Okay.
Do I have an action left to take a shot at either of
You
these
can.
guys?
Yeah, you can either take a shot or you can, use your action to move right up next to Rush. You're just like that half landing pad of stairs from him.
Cool. As soon as I beat on the 2 targets, I'm gonna see like Rush has got one grappled up and he's like shanking him.
Yeah, and the other guy, just so you know, you can see kind of it behind him into the floor, right down the hallway. You see that
Yeah.
guy kind of like holding his rifle and stumbling back, and like a trail of blood kind of running on his cheek where whatever Rush dropped on him. Obviously, you don't know what it's from, but and he's kind of stumbling back, like just walking backwards.
So I have a flashlight, so I'd like to come up in that classic flashlight on the supporting arm, handgun on the other, find my target, and go for a headshot on the guy at the back. What range is he at?
Okay, nice. Yeah, he's about, we'll say about 30 feet, 10 meters.
Okay, 10 meters. That's nice. So that is an aimed shot, but I get +1 for doing aimed shots because my targeting scope in my eyeballs. Then I've got my heavy pistol. Oh no, sorry, it's my excellent quality, very heavy pistol, which I really need to smart link so I can get another +1 on it. And let's take the other 3 points of luck as well.
I thought you did smart link that when you got the sword bio link.
Oh yes, I did. Yes.
And if you didn't, we can say that you did, because it would make sense that you would take care of your weapons with that
I'd
weapon
smart link all of my weapons.
Yeah, at the same time, you would have got it all handled.
Yeah, so this is the shiny chrome one I stole from some corporate bunker. The Eagle Tech Talon. That's the rest of my luck. So it's only a -4 all told. So let's see if I can pull off the headshot.
Come on.
Come on. 21 to hit.
Hey!
Nice. You hit.
All right.
Because
so
it was a 15, and that's a
40.
-4. What's the damage?
So it's 21 with a critical.
Ooh, okay. Roll the critical. And that's an extra 5 of damage there.
11.
11
and
is...
Oh, man.
It's through the armor is doubled. I'm pretty sure I one-shot this guy.
Yeah, no, he. You
Bud.
killed him, but I just wanted to see. You crushed his fingers. We'll say maybe while he's holding his head, somehow it crushes his fingers as well. But
Isn't the headshots on its own table?
Oh, that's the headshot. That's right. I forgot it was aimed for some reason. Yeah, so 11 would be windpipe, crush. So a nice throat shot. So yeah,
come up in the stairs, peg him with the torch beam, and then just straight through the throat.
Yeah, it goes right through the throat. His blood just sprays out, and the guy drops his rifle and just crumbles to the ground. Instantly drops dead. Over to you, Rush. You see them kind of approaching. Hades alley cats coming up to your side. Bud taking that shot right past you as you almost feel the wind off that bullet. A little bit of spray coming from behind you as that guy grunts and you hear the body drop. You've got this guy up holding his mouth. Wolver's inside of him right now. He's grunting. Give me your brawling though. He does try to break free from you holding his mouth.
16.
Yeah, he's unsuccessful. He drops his rifle and he's kind of grabbing at your hand. He's just trying to break free. He's in a panic and still coughing up blood.
All right. Well,
Rush.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm going to use my Wolvers just to dig again and again, trying to get closer to his heart.
Okay. Yeah. Give me your melee.
It's a 9 on the first and a 14 on the second.
Yeah, both a hit. Probably only need to give me 1 damage, but give me 2 just to see how much of an overkill this is.
Oh. Okay. So that's a 14 and a 6, total of 20.
Yeah, you
beautiful.
Yeah, you took way more out of this guy than needed to be. He was dying on the first jab, but you got a second one in. I'm just ripping this guy open in a couple swipes, letting go of his mouth as he just crumbles to the ground, just leaking blood all over the floor.
So I'll look over to my friends. Hey,
We're
thanks
here
for
to
joining.
save you.
Well,
Thank you.
Well,
I
I
figured
am.
you got it, but
I don't know if there's
moral
more.
support.
I didn't see any more movement from outside.
Yeah, give
What
me
do
This
you
guy was
suppose?
talking to someone.
everybody give me a perception in this moment of silence as this chaos sort of halts.
18 for Hades.
21.
So only 12.
5.
Oh no.
It's not a bad one to fail.
Yeah. You shined the torch into your own eyes.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you're picking up on anything. It seems fairly silent. But Rush, you can hear coming from the floor behind the guy that Bud dropped, like a couple faint voices, You can hear like a couple female voices, and one is just like, "Are they okay? I don't hear anything. It's silent. I don't know. Should we check on them? What happened?"
A couple more voices.
Hang on, let me check it out. I'm guessing it's like a radio or something on the ground behind this guy.
Yeah, you can search.
I'm gonna search for it with my torch. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll say that they have some type of old school agent, almost like those old school Nextel walkie-talkie style agents. Very old school, old tech.
I'm just gonna stand on it.
You're just gonna break it?
We weren't here. Unfortunate accident. Scabs comes with the territory.
Says that first. We weren't here. Break.
Yeah, that's right. And I guess while I'm over there, I'll once over this scab and see if he's got anything interesting.
Yeah, give me a reveal conceal.
I think Hades would probably go over the one that Rush has sliced and diced.
Yeah. Go for it.
See if there's anything in those pockets.
Yeah, you guys start
19?
searching the bodies. What's Allie doing?
I don't
11.
know. Kind of hanging out, I guess. Kind of keeping an eye on the door.
It's hanging out.
Yeah,
Hanging out.
Yeah, you're hanging out, kind of watching this stairwell and hanging out in the doorway. Hades and Bud, you search the bodies. They have these old rifles. That's very old. Looks like poor quality rifles. Looks like some of the hardware is even rusted out and just kind of hasn't, not just old and corroded, but hasn't even been cleaned in a long time. One of them has some type of knife. Nothing good quality on these guys. You do find 5 eddies on one of the guys. You have these old school sort of CB radio sort of Nextel agents, very old tech agent phones. You can tell by looking them over. I mean, even just by, their skin, their fingernails, just certain things like their hair, like their clothing. They've been on the land for a long time. Like they're not just traveling nomad style, but straight up scavengers, like living in this ghost town or out in the desert or something for a long time.
Shit, wrong place, wrong time. Sorry,
What a
man.
mess.
I'm gonna close his eyes and tell the others that we should get the hell out of here. There was a couple other people on the radio. They're probably armed too. I don't want to take out any more of these guys if we don't have to.
Yeah, I agree.
Copy.
They're just
Seems
scavengers, right?
Yeah, that's right. Let's get back down to the street. See if we can't find that hospital.
I don't think we want to make enemies with them either.
Is there any kind of scan that we can do, or I don't know? You managed to find this place using your agent. Is there any kind of old maps of this area?
Yeah, and everybody give me your stealth as you're leaving the building. You guys are going down the stairwell, leaving out. Allie mentions about if there's a way to find a map or do something along those lines.
10 for Hades.
14.
Hades.
No!
Oh my god.
4.
Yeah, I think, but here's how I picture it. Bud and Rush, you're very, very stealthy making your way down. You've got the plan. Behind you, you hear Allie and Hades talking about, I don't know, maybe we can find a map of the area, find this hospital. And they're kind of talking a little bit louder than they should. And then as you make it down a couple floors, you hear up above some screaming, like a couple female voices and like screaming like, oh my god, what the hell? They killed Will, they killed Derek, who did this? Oh my god. And then like you can hear like some commotion coming from above.
We should leave. We should leave now.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's go.
Let's just be quick.
Now you know how I feel when we go to your social parties.
At least no one dies at those, usually.
Well, you always act like I've caused a massacre, though.
Sometimes you have, just indirectly.
Social death can still be a massacre.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's get
Leave.
out of here. we are the assholes in this situation.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, you guys make your way down.
3, what do you want from me?
You guys run down the stairwell. You guys make your way out as you hear the screaming up above. You even hear a couple shots fired down the stairwell, just randomly, like ricochet down the stairwell. As you hear these female voices screaming, and who did this? Who are you? And like screaming down at you all as you make your way down out, and you're out the bottom level of the building. You are now back out into the street, and I'll let you take it from here. You hear the screaming coming from the stairwell.
Okay.
Wait for the building. Leave this building.
Yeah, we need to make some distance.
Yeah, we'll just duck off into the night, right? Just like down an alleyway. Surely it can't be hard to lose them in this old city, right?
Yeah, out here, what you see when you come out the building is very similar to this image you can see on Roll20, where you basically have these two-way streets kind of on either side of this sort of underpass. So you have the choice of staying above ground on either side of the road heading further into the city. You could head more east where you saw the lights and that construction stuff. You could go down under this sort of underpass here, or you could, dip down an alley or into a building or something if you're trying to temporarily hide. This is what you see around you. These are the options of travel.
We should figure out where we're supposed to get before we start getting in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Downtown seems like a good bet. Let's head in that direction, put some distance, and we can try and work that out on the way. Look for street signs, see if you can find something on your agent. I'll just keep my eyes peeled, okay?
Okay, sure.
All right.
I love it. I can be in charge today.
Yeah, you do that. You make your way, Bud, taking the lead through this ghost town. As you make your way further into this rubble and between these buildings and such and deeper into the city, it's like you see, worn down city framework, unfinished buildings, construction materials and stuff. But the screaming in the back kind of seems to trail off and even stops. You've distanced yourself enough from these scavers and females that were yelling and such. And now you're further kind of in the middle of the city. What's the plan? What do you want to do right now? You kind of have a moment now, a little bit of calm.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't always go in guns blazing. Just for future reference.
Yeah.
Hey, they could have shot on sight too. They have rifles.
Their rifles probably wouldn't have shot, though. Did you see those things?
Yeah, we didn't know that at the time. Look, let's stay on task. Has anyone seen any signage for a hospital?
Have we?
Give me a perception.
Yeah. Just for anything that we may have picked up en route. Any kind of clues.
Well, I like
19.
Bud looking for signage, things. Ooh, did it freeze again?
And
18.
Oh, I apologize.
16. Oh, we're frozen.
Yeah, I saw
We're
this.
so frozen.
Oh no, Rush is good.
Let it go.
It looked like Rush was good there for a moment. We were all
Rush
frozen.
is always good.
Everyone's resetting.
What kind of wizardry did he pull to freeze all of us but him? It was weird.
My God.
Yeah, what were your
I'll
perceptions?
never
He's too
tell.
powerful.
What was
He's
everyone's
too
perceptions
powerful.
there?
14.
19.
16.
18.
18. Nice. Yeah, Bud, Rush, Allie, Hades, you don't notice much within the rubble. You don't see much signage at all. It's like the city didn't get that far in development, really. But Bud and Rush, you do notice, like, up ahead, it looks like there's a data term. Like they were trying to put in some type of system or data term system in the city. Possibly Hades could access there and see if there's any type of information.
A data term over there.
Oh,
Gotta be
Hades-
something to lay out.
Hades will approach. Well, first I'm going to check out and see if it seems on and presumably safe.
Yeah, do a scan.
You're not gonna get a zap.
Hey.
That's fair enough.
That would be a 13.
Yeah, you can see, there's a system coming from that data term. And actually with that roll, you can see that it seems like there's another one like on another block and another, like there's like some type of, at least from the radius of where you're looking, like some type of grid system of these data terms. Like there was a system kind of put in. To what degree, you don't know, but you can see that there is one there, an access point.
Like they got as far as putting in some grid of these things. You can at least jump in and see if there's anything useful.
God, yes, do that. We'll watch your back.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my invisibility. I don't know what's lurking in there that hasn't been seen for the light of day for who knows how long. That's an 8.
Nice. Yeah, give me the D6.
10. Almost my max.
Wow.
Yay!
Nice.
I'm
you get up.
I'm gonna go in. I'm going in. I'm going in, guys.
Yeah, you go in and you log into this data term, and you can see that there is a password right here in the front, but it's only a 6.
Okay. And also, I have a special surprise. I've actually had for a little bit, but we haven't been in system.
All right, now that I'm in the system.
Yes! Yes! I love it.
Awesome.
I roll an 11.
Nice. Yeah, you get in and you can see it's you can get past this password 6, and now you're standing on the top of this system. You're in the top floor. There's nothing else there, but you get open this password. You can tell it drops down to another level. You see that.
Get that Pathfinder, I think.
Yeah, go for it.
And that'll be a 10.
10. Nice. Yeah, you can see it drops down to another level, and then there's some type of control node, and then there's some type of file.
Oh no.
You don't see black ice or anything in there, though.
All right, let's drop down.
With that creepy voice. Creepy net running avatar voice. And you drop down and you're looking at a control node and an ID file. Both of these only have a DV of 4. And yeah, that's what you're looking at.
All right, I think I have one left, yeah? I'll go for the file first. 12.
Yeah, you get into the file easily. It was only a password 4. You crack it open. You can tell this control node is to control the nearby traffic lights on each end of the block. It looks like it's coordinating with the other data terms block for block to kind of work some type of traffic control system. It doesn't look like it's functional or on, but that's what's in this control node. Aside from that, it controls this data term and releasing information. You can see it was on some type of schedule, but the years are like 2020. You know, this is old. But you do see in here there is some type of control to a digital map, and it seems to be pulling information from the file that's in this that ID file. Somebody could in the past go to this data term. Pull up the city map, and it would typically pull up this hologram, but it's pulling from that file. But over to Bud, Rush, and Alley Cats, all of you in the street, you see Hades messing around in the system. What are you all doing?
Watching my girl do her thing. Probably like making sure that she's like not just a sitting duck. She's already been injured once today, and I'm not having that again. So kind of probably just sitting by the data terminal with my gun, just listen to the whirring and probably evil laughter of Hades as she goes through the terminal.
What about Bud and Rush?
Yeah.
Well, I'm relying on Rush's eyes, so yeah, you go.
I'll probably be keeping an eye out just in case there's incoming of anybody that we don't know.
Yeah, give me a perception.
And I'm also looking out.
Okay, yeah, you give me a perception with that -2. You know, dark.
So 21 for me.
Do I also do perception?
No, you're.
I'm just hanging. I'm just
Watching,
hanging.
you're watching Hades, aren't you? Weren't you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna add the rest of my luck to this because I don't know how many. rolls we
There's
got.
also a plus. There's 2 plus 2s.
Yeah, and I've got
I've got
the
21s.
I've got the low light vision.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, you can.
Screw your plus 2s. You don't need 'em.
Yeah, don't need them, Rush, but you can both tell there's nothing in this area. It's quiet. You can hear the wind whistling by. Even that, like I said, the females that were scabbers that were freaking out blocks away even went back to silent. You're distanced enough. No sound here in the middle of the city. Hades, back over to you in the system.
Okay. Is there any way I can make a copy of this map?
Yeah, you could get into that file, the ID file 4, ID 4.
Let's do it. 10.
Yeah, you crack that 4 easily. You get in there, and you can see that it's as I described. The information here. There is some type of digital city map hologram that control would pull when someone wanted to access it. You also see like a maintenance record and old city information there that seems irrelevant, very dated. But you do see that map.
I will make a copy of the map. And question. In the control node, I understand the lights weren't on now, but could perhaps someone turn them on from the control node? Street lights.
Yeah, we'll say at least on this block.
Yes.
You see, they're wired to some still stabilized self-powering generators that somehow over the course of this 20-something plus years still has enough juice for you to power up this block's traffic lights and city lights, at least on this block.
Hades' dreams have come true. And yeah, the lights start doing the light thing.
Hades. Now half of China knows we're here.
What? Nobody's here. It's fine.
Quit messing around.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
And back in the system.
You really gotta do some reverse psychology, bud.
Not really gonna worry about covering our tracks. I think we're just gonna leave this place.
Okay. Yeah, you jack out of the system, standing there with everyone. Have the lights on there.
Well, at least we can see now, bud.
Yeah, that. Thanks. I can see like I can see at a rave.
You can see better at a rave than you can in pitch black.
True.
Did you get
and
a map?
everyone's hotter.
That's true too. Yeah, I got a map, bud.
Can we see it?
No.
Well, that all depends. Are you going to be nice to me? Are you going to say something nice to me? Or are you just going to keep grumping at me?
I asked you nicely to quit messing around. I don't think I'm being mean.
That feels very mean. Allie, I think he's being mean. Vote. Who thinks Bud is being mean? Allie, Rush.
Look, I usually have your back on stuff like this, Hades, but I don't want to get shot in the face.
All right.
Thank you. Am I the only one averse to getting shot in the face?
No, I kind of like my face too.
Yeah,
But
we like
it's
your face,
because I
Rush.
completely trust in your abilities to shoot other faces off before we get our faces shot off. And anyway,
Yeah,
here they are.
Hades is gonna put the maps onto the agent and shoot them over to everybody else's agents.
Cool. Yeah, everybody gets this map that she jacked from the system. You can see
Thank
it.
you.
It's showing, what the city was supposed to be, what they were building towards, and it matches up with, the things you're seeing around your immediate area. You can kind of pinpoint where you are. Everyone give me a deduction.
Ooh. What is this? Season 2?
What are we playing? Where? What?
So many deduction.
Oh my
There
God,
were so
is
many
this
deduction
thing
rolls in
on?
that season.
Is this thing on?
14?
What are we doing?
Oh no, it's a 9.
Why can't
Yep.
I find it?
Where's my Poirot mustache?
I think it's under
Your brain is
intelligence.
killing.
It's under education skills.
Education skills, of course. The whole block of the sheet I never use.
Yeah, there we are. Oh dear.
What did everybody get for deduction?
14.
I rolled a 19.
9.
Nice. Yeah, Rush.
Someone learned a lesson.
That 19 did it. Anybody over 17 can kind of figure this out. It's an old map. You can kind of match up where you are. But Rush, you can make out kind of what the city buildings were going to be, and you can kind of see. It looks like there was a hospital being built on the north side of the city. So pretty much you're in the middle of the city. You landed on south side. You've got to continue on to north side to one of these city buildings.
We're on the south side, and we gotta continue north. I think it's gonna be one of these buildings here.
How can you?
Yeah,
even
what's
tell
taking us in the right?
God. How can anyone direct themselves from just like looking at it on paper? It's ridiculous.
It ain't easy, but you know, I found some old papers in the past that led me to some pretty good finds.
Rush figured out how to
try turning your agent around so that you're facing the same
That's
way
funny.
as the map.
I was totally just going to say Rush on his agent. He's like, Allie, I don't know why you're using paper. And he has his agents all digital. And then he turns it. He's like, it's this way. And it even pulls up and starts making a little hologram of it. And that's he's able to find where it is.
Oh, actually, yeah, that is easier. Okay.
How do you make your agent do that? That is wild.
I think it's like you gotta unlock it. You gotta unlock the...
My
Yeah, you
glitch
gotta-
is that when I try to buy things.
It's magic.
Oh, right.
Jailbreak.
Anyway, I was taking us in the right direction, so.
Great.
What?
Yeah, going the right way.
Natural sense of direction.
Let the record show.
Exactly. But yeah, you can see where it is. You can tell. And Bud was, natural sense of direction, even though you were getting away from those women that were freaking out over the killed men in their party. But it did lead in the right direction. You guys are kind of center city. You can tell that if you just keep going up the center path, you can keep walking the street. You can cut down below. You can cut in between buildings. However you want to go, you can tell it's basically straightforward. Another, we'll say, 6 to 8 blocks. And we'll streamline that. Just tell me how you want to go.
Stealthily.
Yeah, especially because it's dark,
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
so I can't see.
Yeah, everybody give me a stealth.
Ooh.
Oh,
Every time, why?
Every time. Why do I bother?
5.
Just reminding people that we still have 2 + 2s.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that would have helped.
I mean, in this instance, no. It would not have.
No, only a 13.
Walking along, Hades like, my shoulder hurts still.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like behind rubble, like, peeking around corners.
Ow, it hurts.
Yeah,
I know, but we
she's
gotta go quiet.
She's in pain, not being very stealthy at all, not making her way through the debris and stuff. Definitely out of everyone, she's making the most noise. But it seems like you're a bit lucky within this 6 to 8 blocks of travel, even with Hades making noise. No more scavers pop out. You don't see any more lights or things happening. No wild animals or it appears to be a ghost town. Nothing but wind and debris. But you make your way through up to the area where you saw these city buildings, and you can tell one looks like it's an entrance to public transportation. Where it had some type of metro they were building, and it goes underground, and there's also some monorail they were putting in. And then next to that, you can see this tall building. It looks like maybe about 8 to 9 stories tall, very squared off, and it appears to be a hospital. You don't see signage naming it, but you do see that sort of cross symbol, that sort of medical red plus sort of symbol. And Rush kind of points it out on the map. He kind of makes sense of it and the symbolism. But you can see it's right there on the other end of the block, right next to that public transportation building. And it looks like an abandoned hospital. Everybody give me a perception as you walk up on this, though.
16 for Hades.
Hey. that was good.
14.
18.
18. Ooh,
Nice.
jinx.
Yeah, Bud seems to be more preoccupied scanning the areas, the buildings above. Very solo-like. We'll say you're focused more on ambushes and things like that, whereas the rest of you are kind of noticing on this, unfinished hospital building that out of the other buildings around, it looks like the front door entrance looks fairly new, like it was finished. And you can even see some like low light neons coming from around the edge work, like built in. You can see like some type of electronic security key card sort of entrance next to that front door, and that has a little light on it. So you can tell that out of all of these buildings and in this darkness of just nothing, this hospital looks like it's at least functional to a certain degree. And you see the lights are on a little bit.
Okay, so
Well, the AI said we're
Hit
gonna
it.
have to. The AI said we're gonna have to rescue this guy, so I imagine we're gonna have to rescue him from something.
That makes sense.
yeah.
Precise language is going to be a thing with the AI. I think the surrounding buildings looks clear, so if we're going to cross to the front, let's do it fast.
Okay.
Okay.
Just like
Stealth?
over to the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to
I
get
guess we've
spotted by
already
people in the
stealthed.
windows, right? Yeah.
Yeah, in the
I guess
front-
we've already stealthed.
Yeah, in the front windows, everything looks like it's that sort of chromed out tint. You can't really see in. You can't see what's going on. But you make your way over to the front of the building, and now you're kind of, up against the front of the building. Give me a perception check. Everyone can give me another perception now that you're right up on the building.
Looking for any
18.
cameras in particular, yeah.
That's
14.
what I was trying to see. If anybody got above a DV 17, let me know.
Me.
Nice.
And me. Yeah.
Nope.
Nice. Yeah, Bud, Hades, as you guys kind of go up, we'll say Allie, Rush kind of scanning the area. Hades, Bud, you notice on this door with the light neons that show it's active with this sort of electronic security system, you see a security camera. And it looks like it's embedded in the framework of this new door system that was put in at one point.
I think there's a camera.
Yeah, stay back. Don't walk into this field of view. Looks like
Can
it's
we-
operational to me.
Yeah.
Can we just take it out? Or should we just try and bypass it entirely?
Any access points around here, Hades?
Let's find out.
Better if we can take it over than take it out.
Nice. And you
14.
you can tell that there's, again, some type of like data term system corner of each block still in the area, like the whole city's gridded with. But you can also tell there's some type of system coming from inside this hospital building. But you can't get enough detail. It's somewhere inside there, obviously.
Well, there's one inside, but obviously I'd have to get inside to use it.
Well, is there anywhere the camera isn't covering?
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
guessing
say,
it's just a dome camera that covers. Sorry.
Exactly. No, and that was great perception. It's dome camera. It's covering the whole front of this building, but it is a bit coned. It's not like it can see the sidewall where you guys are up against the building. It doesn't seem to see you. But yeah, you can tell if you were to walk up to the front door, it would probably see it.
You still have that air gun? Got any paintballs or just acid?
An array of everything. I have some
Yeah, you do have
balls.
acid.
I have some acid balls. I have some gum balls.
Maybe I could just pop some paint on it. Might be a little bit less suspicious than breaking it completely with a gunshot.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Give me
Go
your.
for
That's just with a pistol, right? It's your. Yeah.
It's a pistol? Yeah, I think it's an air pistol, right? Which
Yeah, and it's short. And it's short range. It's just a DV-13 to hit. You're right there.
18.
Nice. Yeah, you hit it. Did you want to use the acid to mess up the lens, or are you doing a paint to coat it? What's your approach?
Paint just
here?
to coat it. Paint just to coat it, so it just goes dark, and like there's a
Okay.
chance that someone watching it doesn't see it, or yeah.
Perfect shot. Perfect shot. Pa! Covered in paint.
Beautiful.
Okay, well let's see if we can crack the door before someone comes down to check out the lost feed.
Just crystal lockpick.
It's a security door, right?
Yeah, it's a security door. It looks like it takes some type of pass card.
Like a red passport? A red
I
one?
mean, there's no colors here, but it does look ironically like it might fit.
Well, let's give it a try.
No,
Let's give it a
it's,
try.
No,
it's
it
too
doesn't.
simple.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
doesn't
trap.
fit. No, I'm kidding. It absolutely fits. You hear the door unlock.
Hey,
All right. Now.
I feel like Hades would turn to the group.
Hey, this is what the passcode goes to.
Yeah. Yes. That.
Gonna go inside.
Okay, let's find that access point for you because we don't want to have to search this whole building manually.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to see if I can get a closer pin on where it is.
Well, yeah. Let's do. Yeah, and you got your interface. Yeah, you open the door.
Yeah.
Let me see if this will. There you go. Hey, that worked. If you look at roll 20.
Hey.
Yeah, the door opens, and it. This isn't exact artwork. This is some imagery, but. It pops open. Hades does an interface roll, but as you see, you look in just general what you see in face value. You can see that the building is obviously framework. It wasn't finished and such, but there are neon lights in here. You can see that there is some type of framework stairwell that does lead up, and then there's like an open hallway that looks like it keeps going down the hall. There's a light coming from down there. And then off to the right, it looks like there's some type of door with another electronic security pass card. And if everybody wants to give me a quick perception.
Ways.
14.
17.
13.
16.
Nice, yeah. It seems like everybody except Hades there, for the most part. Well, yeah, and Rush, it doesn't notice as much. But yeah, Allie, Bud, you do, as Hades, are checking out the stairs that seem to go up, the door off to the right. There's that hallway that continues on forward. Bud and Allie, you hear, coming from the hall up ahead where the light is, you hear a toilet flush. And this is where we'll end our
Someone
session.
I knew you were going to say that.
They have functional plumbing.
Hey.
Wow, luxury! We should make this our place.
I haven't gone since we've been on the airship.
I've
Oh,
been
God.
since session 3.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you, I don't just skip those sort of things. You have to roleplay everything like it's real
Oh
life.
no.
Yeah.
None of you have used the bathroom, showered, or done anything like that since the beginning of gameplay. It's
Oh my
horrible.
God.
No, I'm kidding.
Everyone is
It's
very
very-
sick.
Very sick. It's horrible.
Me
It's
too.
very, very specific cyberware. The cyber catheter.
Oh no.
It's like still suits or something from Dune, right? It's just you're recycling. No, but
Going back
hey,
in.
we're gonna start the
Yeah,
session
Donnie.
next Thursday. Oh, Raven, yeah, darn it, you missed it. Just tuning in right at the very end. But hey, we VOD these on the Syrinscape YouTube, so make sure you subscribe to Syrinscape on YouTube, which I know, Raven, you already are, but everybody else, make sure you are too. And you can watch this session, anything that you missed. But next Thursday, we'll continue right where the team ended right here, where they got in this abandoned hospital. They can see there's a stairwell leading up. There's a door off to the right. There's a hallway going forward. Bud and Allie heard a toilet flush while Hades and Rush are kind of checking out the stairwell and the door. And we'll take it right from there. Everybody in chat, make sure you show some love to Syrinscape and all of us content creators. Check out our links. They will be in the description. Yeah, subscribe, follow. All of us do a lot of streaming and content creating, and we would love your support so much. But like I say 100 times, I'll say it again, start with Syrinscape. It's the reason we're here. Make sure you subscribe and follow to Syrinscape here on Twitch, also on YouTube, and check out the podcast episodes that I release on Cybernation Uncensored podcast. That being said, we'll see you next week, and I think next week will be the finale of this campaign, hopefully, obviously, depending on what happens with the players. We're going to try to make it the finale because I know, Rush, you have that cruise the following week. And I'm hoping if things go well, we'll have the finale to the campaign next week. And then the following week, we might have a special session with the remaining team while Rush has to go off and take care of something. But we'll see if it works out that way. Everyone tune in and join us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
ultimate.